Hey there folks, welcome back to the channel. So it is the weekend pickups video. We actually do have one this week. We did get a couple of cards in and we did add a card to the Medano collection. Well, actually two, and I'll give you the full update on that and then the count, the usual thing. So we're gonna get started here. Not a lot that we're gonna cover, but some really quality stuff for sure. We definitely got quality over quantity this week. So first, a couple of Juan Sotos just to get the things underway. 2020 Select Baseball. Now, it was funny because a lot of folks I've seen around around various circles talking about how Select is unfortunately going to be starting to get a little overproduced. But nonetheless, I will say for the cards, if you're selective of what you're picking up and you enjoy it, then you can still certainly have fun with it, regardless. And for me, for the collection piece, a lot of these Select cards are really a lot of fun to pick up. So this is one of the inserts. This is the Launch Angle Autographs from 2020 Select. It is the Juan Soto, and it is the Cracked Ice, which is just a beautiful looking design and beautiful looking card. Again, these are unlicensed, and it is a sticker card. But I always enjoy the Cracked Ice. And it does have some etching as well, if you can pay attention to some of the wrinkles on the uniform and stuff like that, so that's always cool. And then these ones are out of 25 for the Cracked Ice. So there you go, 2020, Launch Angle Autographs, Juan Soto, Cracked Ice. Sticking to that theme, we're gonna move up a year, 2021 Select. These are the Sparks autographs. And this one also is the Cracked Ice. So I actually had the hollow version of it as well. So now I've got two of these, but this is the Cracked Ice variant. Again, it is a sticker auto. They did a little bit better job hiding it this time around. But same kind of technology. Cool looking card. It does have the etching as well. And these are out of 15 for the Cracked Ice on this year. Very cool card. Very shiny. Actually, what I'll do is, as I go through the rest of these, let me put two of these on here at a time. Play around with it a little bit. I'll leave this one on here for now. Just a fun card to look at. Okay, so now I've got two Medano cards. It's going to be a short pickup video just because it's 4 cards total. So I showed you two of the Cracked Ice Juan Soto autographs, but we're going to finish off with a pair of Medanos. So first one we're going to do here is going to be 2016-2017 In the Game Heroes and Prospects. So it's Medano and Jack Eichel. This is the Platinum version. It is numbered to 25. The design on these is pretty plain, but it is still a pretty cool looking card, all things considered. And it does have a pretty sweet patch. It does, that one's got a little bit of depth on this one, on this side. I think it's like a stitch or something like that. It does come off the card a little bit. So it's pretty cool. So out of 25, very straightforward card. Certainly very neat. Now, the card I'm going to finish off with has a little bit of a story. So even though it's going to be a shorter video, this will be kind of what we'll end up with. And I'll give you the count and everything for the Medanos as well. So this one is, it's going to be from the 97-98 Zenith set. And those of you who have kind of followed the channel a little bit know that probably you can figure out which card it is. And I also gave it away on Instagram, so that's there too. The reality of it is that the 97-98 Zenith set has always been one of those ones that I've kind of been pursuing it. A couple of months back when I got the Gold Impulse, that was a big one because it helped me complete the 5x7s and have a rainbow of those. But the small one has eluded me for some time. Getting the base card was never a problem. Getting the Z Silver, not a problem. But you can figure out from that, preamble what we're talking about as far as which one it is. So this one, I'll give the story. I'll put the card on the screen and then I'll give you the story. So it is a 97-98 Zenith Z Gold Medano. Numbered out of 100. So short version, back in 97-98, which is my favorite year of hockey cards and collecting in general, to be honest, I actually had the chance to open some packs of that back then, and they were 5x7s. So you get, I think it was 3 5x7s per pack, if memory serves, and then inside of each one of the 5x7s, you had a small card. And the thing is, you didn't know which card you would get. It could be a base card, it could be an insert, it could be one of the parallels. You just had no idea. And there was no rhyme or reason as to which one would be in which 5x7 card. And that was the whole Dare to Tear campaign. Now, the thing about it is that it was an interesting concept, but it was one of those things by creating those tear cards. But the problem is that obviously you have some collectors who are going to be very interested in putting together uncut sets, even base sets, because the reality is the base cards could just as easily have a Z Silver, a Z Gold, or one of the inserts as anything else. It didn't have to be the Gold Impulses. That would have made it a little too easy. But because you could open up a Gold Impulse and get a base card, or open up a base 5x7 and get a Z Gold Gretzky or something. the possibility was certainly there. And it's one of those things you just don't know what you're going to get until you take the plunge and open it. But as a result of that, that very likely has led into a lot of these Z Golds being really hard to come by. And it's one of those things where I was looking up, doing a little bit of a search back in PWCC, and the Medano Z Gold has not sold very often. I believe the last one from when I was looking at it was around 2018, so it's been about 3 years since the last one sold. And then I think 2014 before that, and maybe 2011 before that. So it's like once in a blue moon, and I'm sure there's been some offline deals and stuff, but regardless, they don't circulate all the time. So I've had the Save Search on eBay forever. And usually, and I kept it very broad. I didn't even put Medano in it because I wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally miss it because somebody mislabeled it or typed Medano wrong. So I left it as just looking for any Z Golds. And I would come up with them from time to time, and they would crop up every couple of weeks. But it was always this, rotating list of players, and I was never able to find the one that I was looking for. But last week, I had one day when I got up, I did my usual checked my email, and I had one of the Save Searches come up. And I was going to check it for the probably 1000th time. And when I scanned through it, I immediately saw this picture. And as soon as I saw this picture, then I knew it was, I was going to stop everything I was doing and I was going to go to eBay. So I went on, I took a look at it. While it wasn't cheap, certainly, it was a price that I could certainly live with, and it was a buy it now. So I decided, they did have a best offer, but I decided that it had been 23 years that I had been trying to chase this card, and it was probably time to just pull the trigger and get it done and get it over with. So I did. I didn't hesitate beyond that, pressed the buy it now, and then waited. Fortunately, they did track it, so I was able to watch it come in, and when it came in, I went to the mailbox, and I have completed the #1 card on my Medano want list, especially from the 90s. It is one of the big pieces that I had remaining. There are a handful left that are certainly up there as well, but they're not nearly on that tier of chasing this one down that it had been since 1998. So it's kind of an interesting thing, but that's my story of how I waited and eventually came across the Z Gold that I've been waiting for. So that's it for this week's pickups. 4 cards, but certainly I think 4 quality pieces that I enjoy. Now, for the week's totals, I'm sitting at 2,183. I only added 2 Medanos to the collection this time around, so not too much movement there. 189 autographs and 472 memorabilia cards because of the reflections. So that added to that total. Still making some progress on that stuff. It has slowed down quite a bit, but that's okay. I expect that there'll be an opportunity to get some more stuff in. And I do have a Ship My Cards order that I have initiated, so that may come in next week. And if it does, it'll be a pretty good mail day. I think that one will be very impressive. There'll be some fun stuff in there. I don't remember if I have any Medanos in that one, but I'll take a look. Right now I'm being a lot pickier, to be honest. I have most of the stuff I want, and obviously I was able to pick up one of the Grail pieces that I've been after. So when you do that, it's you're not really in a hurry necessarily to go and add some stuff that probably won't be quite as exciting. But nonetheless, I did win some interesting stuff, and hopefully when it comes in, I'll be able to show that to you as well. Anyway, that's it for me today. More videos and live streams to come on the channel. We had some great live streams this week, and hopefully those of you were able to enjoy it. Hopefully you did enjoy the variety. I did a stream with personal finance dad Dustin on Wednesday, talking about graded video games, a little bit of a change of pace on the channel. Then on Thursday, I talked with Chris from Card Ladder about Card Ladder. So we just had a discussion about their new feature as well, a little bit different. And then by the time you see this, we probably have had the Friday live stream and talked about some of the goings on this week in sports cards. Other than that, just hanging out, and then there'll be more videos upcoming in the channel. I've got some ideas in the pipeline, and hopefully once I can get unburied from some work I've got, I'll be able to shoot for that. Anyway, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one.